Hey, so just got done with today's workout. Long one, kind of a annoying, frustrating one just because there's a lot of reps. Whenever we have these workouts, have a bunch of reps, it turns into a big mental battle. So I always make fun of CrossFitters for having the rep blindness, and we forget that any rep scheme above 10, even 10 is a lot of reps. We kind of look at all those things as the same number. So we see this as 5 rounds, we see a run, box jumps, wall balls, got it. And we forget to look at how many total reps this actually is. Anyway, we've got Kelly. This is a classic CrossFit benchmark workout. We use it as a testing workout. It shows up every now and then, maybe once or twice a year. But good one to kind of overreach a little bit. Because the overreaching aren't things that are that ridiculous. Something we can retest. Let's talk about it. 5 rounds for time, 400-meter run, 30 box jumps at a low height, 30 wall balls at a light ball. So I'll throw up scaling variations and at-home variations on the description of this video and on the workout blog. But main thing here is we kind of have to balance, and you need to decide what you're trying to get out of this workout. Are we going to overreach a little bit so we have this benchmark that we can retest? If we do that, we might be bringing in the time cap. We're going to throw a 35-minute time cap on this one. Or are we going to try and get the right stimulus out of this workout by going low and light? Not a wrong or right answer here, just something that you need to make up your mind on beforehand so you don't accidentally do one or the other. So we got a 400-meter run. You might want to scale that distance down if your best mile time ever is not below 7.5 minutes. Again, I'll have the variations on the workout blog. 30 box jumps, thing to remember is 30 is a lot. This low height is something that you can just pop on and off of. In this workout where it's kind of all legs and cardio, you don't quite have that same pop. So for most people, you need to go very, very low on that box to keep you moving. But again, if you're using this to overreach a little bit, it's okay to go a little bit higher. And if you're doing that, you'll probably be stepping down, jumping up. I don't know the exact amount, but my guess, and I've said this before, but my guess is if I did 50 box jumps, stepping down and jumping up, or 100 bounding, my guess is the 100 bounding is easier than the 50 stepping down, jumping up. Obviously, there's a much bigger impact on the ground, and there's a big skill of the arm throw and getting that timing involved. You'll see my box jumps today are kind of all over the place. So if you are going to bound and you want to build that bounding up, you got to start low box, build it up from there. If you're going to step down, you'll be able to go a little higher on this one. So 30 box jumps, and we got 30 wall balls. This should be light. This should be something where if you had to go unbroken, you could. Unbroken's probably not going to be the strategy on this one unless you're kind of elite level. Then it might be. But if you're going light, you should be able to go 30 unbroken. I was breaking them up into 6s. Then I changed it in round 3 and 4, and I went 10s. And I think that was a little too high. I was just kind of getting tired of being on the wall balls, and mentally 3 sets, even though it was going to be physically harder, 3 sets for me was mentally easier because I didn't have to have all this time of trying to get myself to start the next set. So for me, I'm not that great at wall balls. 6s was probably the right amount. I should have stuck with that the whole time, but I went up to 10. So for most people, you're going to see somewhere in that range. 6 to 10, 5 to 10 are going to be the sets that make the most sense. If you're really good at wall balls, I would recommend starting with 10s. And then if you feel great on round 3, go 15 and 15. If you still feel great on rounds 4 and 5, then bump it up. And then the next time you retest it, write in your notes, and you might try and go 30 unbroken the whole time. But again, it's probably going to be reserved for elite level or the people that are really, really strong, and you can lean on the wall balls as you kind of fight for the other stuff. But 35-minute time cap. I think it took me just over 25 minutes. There's like 25:12 or 25:20, something like that. So I was kind of going at about just under 5 minutes. I think my first round was just under 5 minutes. I think the next 3 were right at 5 minutes. And then that very last one, and I think it was because of my wall ball strategy, my run was dopey. And that last round was over 5 minutes, which put me averaging just a couple seconds over 5 minutes. So For me, you'll see it. Box jumps, I was kind of all over the place. I think my legs weren't quite recovered from workout I did yesterday, which is completely fine. Kind of just have to deal with what you got to deal with. I'm good at the bounding box jumps usually. So what you'll see is I don't really struggle too much with like the cardio or anything on the box jumps, but I definitely struggled with that rebounding consistency, and I was kind of just all over the place today. And then wall balls, I'm not great at those, so because I went up and did 10s, I think that really hurt my last 2 runs a lot, and that's kind of where that time came. So again, just kind of strap in. You got to play a lot of mental games today, so strap in, expect that like 25 to 30 minute workout. Best people are going to be able to get this done closer to the 20-minute mark, but that's going to be really, really good. It's one where you got to run smooth, try and stay consistent, just consistently moving on the box jumps. On the wall balls, you got to play to your strengths. Can you go bigger sets? Can you go lighter sets? You need to be conservative. I always recommend conservative, especially in these long ones. The mental games I play is, especially in these workouts, it's just get through 1 round. Don't think of it as 1 of 5. It's just get it started, get a round in. Then what I'm looking at is, okay, if I can get another round in, I'm on round 2, and that's awesome because that's kind of halfway there. Because if I can get through 4 rounds, I know I'm going to do the last round. I'm never going to not do the last round. So if I ever run into kind of give up moments, it's always in rounds 3, getting 3 started. So my goal is just get a round in, and then it's just get that second one in, because that's like the halfway point. As I'm running, I'm picking a point, and when I get really, really tired, I don't think of, oh, if I'm this tired right here, how am I going to be at the end of the run? It's, okay, I'm really tired, just get to that point, figure it out from there. I get there, it's like, okay, pick another point, figure it out from there. And what I know is 100 meters, I'm never going to quit. I can always do another 100. So I get there, pick another 100. I can always do another 100. Box jumps, steady. Wall balls, get your sets, try and be steady. Make it look good. Enjoy this one. You'll see it again. You'll see me again. Talk to you soon. Enjoy it.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.